Have you ever wondered what it would feel like to stand unshaken while the world around you collapses? To move through life with a mind so disciplined, no storm could bend your will, no insult could pierce your peace, and no setback could hold you down. Today, we're diving into the core of Stoic philosophy, where self-mastery and resilience are not just goals, they're a way of life. And if you're here, it's because you seek something deeper, something stronger, something that can truly transform the way you face your everyday struggles. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe if you want more insights on Stoicism and self-mastery to guide you on the journey of inner transformation. This isn't a quick fix. It's a philosophy that challenges you to dig deep and live courageously. Now, let's go beyond the surface and uncover the secrets to achieving immediate life progress through Stoicism. The power of self-control. In the chaos of modern life, self-control is an anchor, a still point that grounds us when everything else spins wildly out of control. Imagine a life where your mind doesn't respond reflexively to every annoyance, every criticism, or every fleeting desire. A life where, as Epictetus said, we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. This is the first step in the Stoic journey, to realize that the only true power we hold is over our own mind. The Stoic path begins with the realization that self-control is not about suppressing feelings, but about mastering them. Just as a river flows within its banks, a Stoic learns to channel their emotions, not allowing anger, envy, or fear to overflow and consume them. To cultivate self-control, we must learn to observe our own reactions as if from a distance, catching that moment between impulse and response. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, repeatedly reminds himself and us that we are not slaves to our emotions. By training ourselves to pause, we create space for calmness and clarity to settle in before we respond. This might sound simple, but in reality it requires discipline and a constant self-awareness. Every time we react impulsively, we relinquish our power. Every time we respond mindfully, we reclaim it. The Stoic knows that this discipline, this power over one's own mind, is the foundation of true freedom. When we master self-control, our inner state becomes a fortress, immune to the chaos and turbulence of the outside world. This fortress doesn't isolate us. Instead, it empowers us to face life head-on with a calm resilience. Think of self-control as a shield, a protection that allows us to handle insults, hardships, and even our own shortcomings without collapsing. The world may throw anything at us, but our reactions remain within our command. And when we achieve this level of self-mastery, we also unlock the ability to focus our energy on what truly matters, rather than squandering it on trivialities. Yet self-control is only the beginning. To live with unbreakable resilience, we must delve even deeper. We must learn to navigate life's storms not only with discipline, but with unyielding courage. Stoic philosophy isn't about sheltering ourselves from pain or difficulty. It's about learning to face them head-on, to transform obstacles into opportunities for growth. This is where we begin to see true progress, where self-control forms the foundation and courage drives us forward. Embracing adversity as growth. In Stoic philosophy, adversity is not a setback, it is a teacher, a guide, a catalyst for growth. The Stoics teach us that challenges are an inevitable part of life, and they are what forge our character, refining us like fire refines steel. To the Stoic, adversity is an opportunity to strengthen oneself, to become unbreakable in the face of hardship. Seneca, one of the great Stoic thinkers, wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." This isn't just a catchy phrase, it's a way of life. Adversity, when embraced, sharpens our resilience, molds our spirit, and builds a core of strength that no comfort zone can offer. Imagine for a moment that you're carrying a heavy load. With each step, it feels like it's too much, but instead of dropping it, you press on. In time, you grow stronger, and the weight no longer feels insurmountable. The same applies to the obstacles we face in life. Every hardship, every setback, is a weight that builds our resilience. Marcus Aurelius believed that the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. To a Stoic, every roadblock is a step forward. The obstacle doesn't stop our progress. It redirects it, strengthens it, and eventually becomes part of the journey itself. Adversity also teaches us humility. It reminds us of our own limitations, stripping away illusions of control and ego, forcing us to confront reality as it is. Stoics believe that true wisdom comes from understanding our place in the world, accepting that we cannot control everything. This humility fosters an inner peace, freeing us from the burden of trying to control what's beyond our reach. When we stop resisting adversity and start embracing it, we move beyond mere survival. We begin to thrive, growing stronger, wiser, and more resilient with each challenge we face. True Stoic growth happens not in times of ease, but in moments of struggle. The Stoic doesn't merely endure hardship, they welcome it, knowing that it is in these moments that the deepest transformations occur. Each setback is not just a test, but an invitation to grow, to expand our limits, and to cultivate a spirit that cannot be broken. This courage in the face of adversity is what propels us forward, deeper into the Stoic path, where progress becomes not just possible, but inevitable. Overcoming destructive emotions. Stoicism teaches us that our greatest battles are not fought against others, but within our own minds. Destructive emotions, anger, envy, fear, and anxiety are forces that can tear us apart from the inside if we allow them to control us. To a Stoic, these emotions are seen as distractions, clouds that obscure our clarity and peace of mind. Epictetus taught that it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This philosophy is at the heart of emotional mastery, the ability to feel deeply, yet remain in control, to experience without becoming overwhelmed. Our emotions are not enemies, they are signals guiding us toward deeper self-understanding. However, when left unchecked, they can distort our view of reality, pushing us into irrational behavior. Stoics practice observing these emotions without becoming entangled in them. Instead of reacting impulsively to anger or jealousy, they examine these feelings, questioning their origin and their purpose. This detachment doesn't mean suppression, it means understanding that we are more than our emotions, that our true self remains unshaken even in the storm of inner turmoil. Through regular reflection, a Stoic learns to face even the darkest emotions with a calm, composed mind. By confronting our fears and insecurities directly, we remove their power over us. Seneca once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Destructive emotions are often fed by imagined scenarios, fears of what might happen, or regrets about the past. By grounding ourselves in the present and reminding ourselves that only the present moment is within our control, we strip these emotions of their influence. A Stoic does not live in the shadows of what might be or what once was. They live fully, intensely, in the here and now. Emotional mastery doesn't mean becoming indifferent. It means living with a heart that is both strong and open, capable of love and empathy without being enslaved by it. The Stoic journey to overcoming destructive emotions is a journey to true freedom. It's the freedom to live authentically, to feel fully without losing oneself, and to face life's challenges with a clear, steady mind. This path demands courage and resilience, but it leads to a state of inner peace that cannot be shaken, a mind that remains calm and focused no matter what life brings. Cultivating inner strength and resilience. True progress in Stoicism comes from cultivating inner strength, a force that no external event, no person, and no hardship can strip away. This kind of strength is not glamorous, it doesn't draw attention to itself, nor does it seek validation from the outside world. It is built quietly, through a dedication to principles and a commitment to living by them each day. Seneca advised that a gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. This kind of inner resilience is forged in the fires of life's difficulties, and with each trial we face, we are refined, strengthened, and made unbreakable. Imagine a tree rooted deeply in the ground. Though storms rage, its roots anchor it firmly, allowing it to bend without breaking. A Stoic is like this tree, grounded in the principles of fortitude and inner resilience, able to withstand whatever comes their way without losing their center. Inner strength is not about force or domination. It's about enduring, about remaining composed when life is anything but. Each time we choose to persevere rather than give in, to hold firm rather than crumble, we strengthen these inner roots. With each test, we become stronger, less easily swayed by the passing winds of difficulty. To cultivate this strength, a Stoic practices reflection and self-discipline. They regularly assess their progress, examine their flaws without judgment, and work tirelessly to refine themselves. It's a continual process, one that requires humility and a willingness to confront one's own weaknesses. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is the essence of Stoic resilience, understanding that while the world may be unpredictable and often harsh, our response to it is within our control. This realization liberates us, giving us the power to face any challenge with a calm, steady resolve. Inner resilience also means embracing impermanence, understanding that everything is in flux and that life's circumstances will inevitably change. The Stoic learns to adapt, to remain flexible yet unwavering, accepting life as it unfolds without attachment to how things should be. This resilience is a shield against despair, a quiet strength that allows us to move forward with courage, even when the path ahead is uncertain. And it is this resilience, this unshakable commitment to our principles, that enables us to not just endure life, but to face it head-on with a spirit that grows stronger with each step.